Hi everyone, I'm Julie Kruger. I'm from Kruger Immigration Law and I'm an immigration attorney. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about non-immigrant waivers of inadmissibility. And we're going to talk specifically about the process of filing a non-immigrant waiver for Canadian citizens. So this is where if you are a citizen of Canada and you're looking to come into the U.S. as a visitor, a non-immigrant visitor for business or pleasure purposes, or it could be for some kind of non-immigrant work visa or other visa. But you're barred from coming into the U.S. for a variety, could be a variety of reasons. Could be because of a previous criminal conviction that bars you from coming into the United States, or could be for a previous immigration violation in the United States, something that bars you from coming into the U.S. And you'd like to be able to come in as a visitor, but can't because of that reason. You may be eligible for what's called a non-immigrant waiver of inadmissibility. And it's something that you apply for with U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and it can be granted for a period of up to 5 years. And it allows you to enter the United States while the waiver is valid and as a visitor. So you show for the waiver that what the reason is that bars you from coming into the United States, the seriousness of that reason, and then the reasons that you want to be able to come into the United States. So those are the three factors that Customs and Border Protection are going to use to determine whether or not you should be granted a waiver. So there's a couple of forms, the form I-192, and that go along with the application. And then you submit your supporting documentation to show why you should qualify for the waiver. That's going to include a background check from the RCMP. It's going to include typically your own personal statement to show those factors. If you're working with us, we do a really detailed legal brief to go along with the case. We prepare all the forms for you, and we work with you to put together a really strong supporting documentation package to show that you do qualify for the waiver. So you prepare your application, all of your forms, the legal brief, all of the supporting documentation, and it gets filed at a port of entry that accepts waiver applications and on the dates and times that they do accept them. At a U.S. port of entry, you give your application to the Customs and Border Protection officer there, and then they send it to the Admissibility Review Office. That is an office in Virginia, and where they will make the decision on whether or not you should be granted the waiver. And the average processing time that we see right now for this kind of case is going to be about 6 to 12 months. And then if you're approved, you'll receive 2 pieces of paper back in the mail, and that is your approved waiver. And it says you're approved, what the purpose that you're approved for, and the length of time that you're approved. Again, it can be up to 5 years. And then whether you're approved for a single entry to the United States or multiple entries. So you'll know, whether or not you can come in more than one time using that same waiver. So that's kind of a brief overview of the process of filing for a non-immigrant waiver of inadmissibility for Canadian citizens. If you think that you may be barred from coming into the United States because of a previous criminal conviction or because you had a previous immigration violation in the United States or some other reason, give our office a call. We offer a free case evaluation. We'll review your matter, determine whether or not you are admissible to the United States, and if you're not, we'll determine the best strategy for you, whether or not you may qualify for this kind of waiver. Our phone number is 716-393-9878. My email is julie@krugerimmigrationlaw.com, and our website's www.krugerimmigrationlaw.com. We'd be happy to speak with you about this and determine the best strategy for you. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hope you have a great weekend.